Most people think home carpentry is hard until they see how simple many repairs really are. A cabinet door that hangs crooked, a drawer that keeps getting stuck, a chair that shakes every time someone sits down, or a floor that squeaks late at night may look like big problems. But many of these repairs can be fixed with cheap tools, simple steps, and a little patience. Some people spend hundreds of dollars calling repair workers for problems that take less than 20 minutes to fix. Others keep living with broken things for years because they believe they are not handy. The truth is, many adults were simply never taught these skills. That does not mean they cannot learn them now. Years ago, many American families fixed things themselves. Fathers worked in garages after dinner. Grandparents repaired old furniture instead of throwing it away. Shelves lasted for decades because people cared for their homes with their own hands. Today, many stores sell weak furniture made from cheap materials that break fast, and many companies want people to replace things instead of repairing them. But simple repair skills can save money, reduce stress, and make a home feel strong again. In this video, you will learn easy step-by-step ways to fix common carpentry problems without needing expensive equipment or years of experience. You will learn how to repair loose cabinets, stop squeaky wood, fix damaged furniture, and build simple, useful projects that can make your home feel better and more organized. Every lesson in this video is designed for beginners using simple language and real examples from everyday life. Stay until the end because each chapter builds confidence little by little, and by the end of this video, you may look at your home in a completely different way. And if you enjoy learning practical skills like these, do not forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more simple home repair lessons that anyone can follow. One of the most common problems in American homes starts in the kitchen. A cabinet door hangs lower every month. A drawer begins sticking every morning. Hinges squeak loud enough to wake people early before work. Many families live with these small problems for years because they think cabinet repairs are difficult or expensive. But most of the time, the fix is simple. A loose cabinet usually starts with weak screws, slowly pulling out of soft wood after years of opening and closing. Cheap particle board cabinets found in many modern homes become weaker around the screws, especially near sinks where moisture builds up. Grease from cooking and dust inside drawer tracks also make drawers harder to slide over time. The first thing to do is stop forcing the cabinet or drawer harder every day because that usually makes the damage worse. Open the cabinet slowly and look closely at the hinges. In many cases, the screws are simply loose. A basic screwdriver is often enough to tighten them again. If the screw keeps spinning without tightening, the hole inside the wood has become too wide. This scares many people at first, but there is an old country trick that works surprisingly well. Put a few wooden toothpicks into the loose hole with a little wood glue, break the toothpicks flat, wait for the glue to dry, then drive the screw back in. The screw now has fresh wood to grip again, and the cabinet often feels solid immediately. For drawers that slide badly, pull the drawer out fully and clean the tracks with a dry cloth first. Years of dirt and grease can collect inside. A little soap and warm water can remove thick buildup. After cleaning, a small amount of dry lubricant or even a candle rubbed lightly along wooden tracks can help the drawer move smoother. If the drawer still leans sideways, check whether the rails are loose and tighten them carefully without overdriving the screws. These repairs may sound small, but they change how a home feels every single day. A kitchen that opens and closes smoothly feels calmer and cleaner. The best part is not only saving money, it is the feeling that comes from fixing something with your own hands. Many people discover their confidence starts growing from simple repairs exactly like these. A lot of wooden furniture in American homes gets thrown away long before it is truly ruined. A chair starts wobbling a little, a table gets scratched, or a bed frame begins making noise, and people think it is time to buy something new. But many of these problems are easy to repair with simple tools, slow, careful work, and a little patience. Years ago, families kept wooden furniture for decades because they repaired small damage early instead of waiting until everything became worse. Today, many stores sell fast-made furniture built from weak wood and thin boards that break much faster than older handmade pieces. Still, even cheap furniture can often be made strong again. One common problem is cracked wood. Dry air during winter can slowly pull moisture from wood and create thin cracks, especially around chair legs, table corners, and old cabinets. Water spills also damage wood over time by making it swell and weaken. Sunlight through windows slowly fades color and dries surfaces too. Children playing, pets scratching, and daily use leave dents and marks everywhere. But most of this damage looks worse than it really is. Small holes and cracks can often be repaired using simple wood filler from a hardware store. Press the filler gently into the damaged spot with a small putty knife or even an old plastic card. After it dries, sand the area slowly with fine sandpaper until it feels smooth with your hand. Sanding scares many beginners because they think they will ruin the wood. But sanding is really just smoothing rough areas little by little. Always move slowly and check the surface often. If a chair leg feels loose, wood glue can make a huge difference. Open the loose joint carefully, spread glue inside, then clamp the parts together tightly for several hours. Many people are surprised how strong the repair becomes after drying overnight. If the repaired area looks lighter than the rest of the furniture, a small amount of wood stain can help blend the color again. These repairs do more than save money. A dining table where birthdays happen, an old rocking chair from grandparents, or a coffee table filled with family memories carries emotional value that new furniture cannot replace. Working with wood also slows people down in a good way. The smell of sawdust, the quiet sanding, and the simple process of fixing something broken often brings a feeling of calm that many people have not felt in years. Some of the most annoying problems inside a home are not always big or expensive. Sometimes it is the small sounds and weak spots that slowly wear people down every day. A stair creaks loudly in the middle of the night. A bedroom door scrapes across the floor every time it opens. Cold air slips under the front door during winter. Loose trim around the walls starts pulling away little by little. Many people stop noticing these things after years of living with them, but deep down the home begins feeling older, weaker, and less peaceful. In many American homes, especially older country houses, wood naturally changes over time. Summer heat makes wood expand. Winter air dries it out, and years of walking slowly loosen nails and boards underneath the floor. One of the most common problems is squeaky floors and stairs. A squeak usually happens because two pieces of wood rub together when someone steps down. In older homes, nails slowly loosen after thousands of footsteps. Fixing this often takes less work than people expect. Walk slowly across the floor until you find the exact noisy spot. Once found, drive a wood screw carefully into the loose board and into the support below it. The screw pulls the wood tight again and often stops the squeak immediately. If the board still moves, a thin wood shim pushed gently into the gap underneath can help hold everything firm. Many people are surprised how quiet the room becomes after one small repair. Doors are another common problem. Humidity can make wood swell during hot months, causing doors to rub against the floor or frame. Instead of forcing the door harder every day, check the hinges first. Sometimes loose hinge screws make the door sag lower. Tightening them with a screwdriver can fix the problem in minutes. If the door still sticks, lightly sanding the rubbing edge little by little usually solves it. A candle or bar soap rubbed along the edge can also help the wood slide smoother. Loose trim around walls and doors can make a home look tired fast. A simple hammer, finishing nails, and a little patience can pull everything back tight again. Small gaps under doors can also be sealed with simple weather strips to block cold air and dust. These repairs may not look exciting at first, but they change daily life in powerful ways. A quiet hallway feels calmer at night. A smooth door feels solid and dependable. Many people discover that fixing these small problems brings peace back into the home, one repair at a time. After learning how to repair broken wood around the house, many people begin noticing something else. A lot of homes do not really need more space. They simply need better use of the space already there. Garages become crowded with boxes stacked everywhere. Laundry rooms fill up with cleaning supplies. Closets overflow because there is nowhere to place things properly. Many families spend large amounts of money buying storage furniture from stores, only to watch those weak shelves bend and fall apart after a few years. A simple homemade shelf built with solid wood and basic tools can often last much longer than expensive store furniture made from thin boards and cheap screws. One of the easiest beginner projects is building simple wall shelves. Many people think building shelves requires years of carpentry experience, But the process is much easier when broken into small steps. Start by measuring the empty wall space carefully with a tape measure. Measuring twice before cutting wood saves a lot of frustration later. Most beginner shelves can be built using common lumber from local hardware stores. Even basic pine boards work well for many projects and cost far less than factory-made shelves. After choosing the wood, mark straight cutting lines slowly with a pencil. A circular saw or even a hand saw can make clean cuts when used carefully and patiently. Before attaching shelves to a wall, finding the wall studs is important because studs hold the weight safely. A stud finder makes this easier, but many older builders simply tap lightly on the wall and listen for solid areas. Once the studs are found, strong brackets can be screwed directly into them. Tight screws and level boards help the shelf stay strong for years. Beginners should always wear safety glasses while cutting or drilling because even small wood chips can hurt the eyes. Keeping fingers away from saw blades and lifting wood carefully also prevents simple accidents. Garage shelves are another powerful project because they turn wasted wall space into useful storage. Old tools, paint cans, sports gear, and garden supplies suddenly have a place instead of covering the floor. Some people even build simple wooden benches for mudrooms, porches, or backyards using leftover lumber pieces. Reclaimed wood from old fences or barns can also create strong rustic furniture at very low cost. Building something with your own hands changes the way a home feels. Every shelf becomes more than wood and screws. It becomes proof that useful things do not always need to come from a store. Many people discover that once they build one simple project, they begin looking around the house wondering what else they can create themselves. By the time many people finish a few simple carpentry repairs around the house, something bigger begins changing besides the wood itself. At first, it may only feel like fixing a loose cabinet or stopping a squeaky stair, but slowly people begin noticing they are less afraid of problems around the home. A broken shelf no longer feels like a disaster. A damaged chair no longer feels impossible to save. Many adults spend years believing they are not handy simply because nobody ever showed them how small repairs actually work. Modern life made many people dependent on repair services for even simple problems. Every time something breaks, money leaves the house. Every small repair becomes another bill. But learning even basic carpentry changes the way people think about themselves and their homes. Years ago, many American families passed practical skills from one generation to the next. Fathers taught children how to use a hammer safely. Grandfathers repaired fences, cabinets, and porches instead of replacing everything. Neighbors helped each other fix broken steps or leaning sheds after storms. Homes carried the marks of the people who cared for them. Today, many younger adults grew up without those lessons, and because of that, they often feel nervous even holding simple tools. But confidence does not appear all at once. It grows slowly through small victories. Tightening one loose hinge leads to fixing a drawer. Fixing a drawer leads to repairing a chair. Little by little, fear starts disappearing. Carpentry also teaches patience in a world where many people rush through everything. Wood does not respond well to anger or hurry. If measurements are rushed, cuts become uneven. If glue is not allowed enough time to dry, repairs weaken again. Working slowly teaches calm thinking and careful problem solving. Many people notice that simple repair work becomes peaceful after a long, stressful day. The sound of sanding wood, the smell of fresh cut lumber, and the quiet focus of building something useful helps clear the mind in a way phones and television often cannot. These skills also matter during hard financial times. Repairing furniture instead of replacing it can save hundreds of dollars every year. Building shelves yourself often costs far less than buying weak store furniture. Even teaching children simple repair skills can help future generations become more independent and less afraid of everyday problems. A strong home is not only built with money, it is built with care, patience, effort, and pride. Every repaired board, every tightened screw, and every handmade shelf becomes part of the family story, carrying proof that ordinary people are capable of far more than they once believed. Many people spend years believing home repairs are too hard for them, but the truth is that most small carpentry problems can be handled with simple tools, slow patience, and a willingness to learn step by step. A loose cabinet, a squeaky stair, a cracked chair, or a weak shelf may not seem important at first, But small problems slowly change how a home feels. When things stay broken too long, the house begins feeling tired and stressful. But when people start fixing even simple things with their own hands, the entire home begins feeling stronger, calmer, and more cared for again. The good thing about carpentry is that nobody needs to learn everything in one day. Real skill grows little by little. One repaired drawer leads to fixing a table. One shelf project leads to building something larger later. Even mistakes become useful lessons because every repair teaches something new. Many people are surprised how quickly confidence grows after finishing only one small project. What once looked impossible slowly becomes normal. The fear of tools starts disappearing. Instead of feeling helpless every time something breaks, people begin looking at problems with calmer eyes and clearer thinking. These skills also help families in hard times. Repairing instead of replacing saves money year after year. Strong homemade shelves often last longer than cheap store furniture. Children who watch parents repair things learn patience, responsibility, and independence without even realizing it. Homes become more personal when they carry the work of the people living inside them. At the end of the day, carpentry is not only about wood, screws, or tools. It is about pride, patience, and learning how to care for the place where life happens every day. So start small, tighten one loose hinge, repair one broken chair, build one simple shelf. Small repairs may not seem important in the beginning, but over time they build stronger homes, stronger skills, and stronger people. And if this video helped you feel more confident, do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your first repair project in the comments below.